Welcome. Good morning. Welcome to today's virtual career talk Facebook Live. And our topic today is learnerships. My name is Risuna Maluleke. I'm not alone. I'm with my colleague Dineo, who will be participating on the comment section. Should you have any questions or any comments, please participate on the blog, on the comment section, so that we are able to assist you or have an effective conversation. So our conversation today is based on learnerships, available opportunities within the PSET sector system. So what is a learnership? A learnership is a work-based learning program that leads to an NQF registered qualification. So learnerships are directly related to an occupation or a field of work, for example, hairdressing, um, bricklaying, or electrical engineering. So many a times, these learnerships are managed by the SETAs, which are the sector education and training authorities within South Africa. So in South Africa, we definitely have 21 cities that I will list or give you a list of them as we go on with the conversation. Now, a learnership program is a full-time training program in the workplace situation. Therefore, the learnerships are learning programs that leads to a nationally recognized qualification that is directly related to an occupation, such as I've made an example of hairdressing and also electrical engineering. So the process of a learnership program is such that learners gain theoretical knowledge while learning practical skills in their workplace of work, and also it leads to a registered qualification on the National Qualification Framework, which is NQF. So there are things that you would need to consider when opting for a learnership program. So these programs can be considered by anyone. Therefore, a learnership could be one of the ways that you can take in order for you to gain those particular skills. Then you would have to check which sectors can I get this type of a learnership, or which sector can be offering the type of a learnership that can enable me with a responsibility of skills development. It is important for you to know which sector you want to be skilled in, and also to ensure that you apply for the right employment. For example, every job opportunity has got its own requirements. So same goes for the learnerships. Sometimes you might find that the learnership could also be subject based in terms of the requirements that they need, because the work that you'll be doing or the skills that you'll be learning need particular subjects for you to qualify for that particular learnership. Uh, the cities that we have, or the sectors that we have here in South Africa. For example, your banking sector, agricultural sector. So if you're a person that wants to do farming, you would definitely be doing a learnership that is offered by the agricultural sector. We've got the culture, arts, tourism, hospitality, sports sector, and the construction sector, chemical industries sectors, the education and training development sector, energy and water sector, food and beverage manufacturing sector, fiber processing and manufacturing sector, the health and welfare sector, and also the energy and water sector. Uh, the insurance sector, you find people are working within the insurance sector. There are also learnerships offered, or maybe you're already working there and there are certain skills that you would like to enhance. So you would be looking at such opportunities within the same sector as you are. The local government sector, and retail sector. So what you need to understand as an individual looking for a and gain skills that might enable you to either have your own business at the end of the day, or that will enable you to apply for other employment once you are done with your learnership, right? So once you've applied for a learnership, and you've been awarded the learnership, there are things that you need to take into consideration. That with the contract that you are going to sign, there are three parties involved in a learnership. The three parties that I'm talking about is such as you as the learner, the employer, where the learner will get the practical experience while doing the learnership, and also the education and training provider, which is the services provider, the person that, the way the learner will learn the theoretical components of the learnership, where they will be doing the theoretical components. So with this learnership, once you've signed a contract, uh, it binds all three of you. It binds the learner, it binds the employer, and also the education and training provider. This contract basically requires the learner to be employed by the employer only for a duration of that learnership. If they say that the learnership is going to be 12 months, you will only be employed for that duration. Unless the employer feels that they have gained you and they do have an open opportunity for you to be employed fully, then they take that decision into giving you employment, whether it can be contract based or full-time based, to give you employment, and then you proceed. However, they are not obliged to do so. So once the contract is done, it is up to you as the learner who have gained the skills and the theory and the practical and the theoretical components from the workplace, to say that you go out there and look for employment for something that you qualify for, or you will proceed in furthering your studies, looking at the fact that the learnership, once you've completed it, it's you are awarded an NQF registered qualification that is recognized nationally. So once the learnership has been completed, it is up to the employer to decide whether they would continue to employ you or not. And it is also important for the learner to know that during the learnership, they'll be required to write assignments and also do practical tests and even do projects. So ensure that you understand the practical tests and the projects that needs to be completed, so that you are awarded the NQF registered qualification at the end of the day. So the assessment in the classroom and also in the workplace, if all the assignments or the tests are completed successfully and you meet the requirements, then you'll be able to get that qualification, right? So there are things, there could be questions that you are asking yourself, that are learnerships programs available for young adults who are not employed. Earlier on, I mentioned that a person that can or who is eligible to apply for a learnership is someone that is employed or currently unemployed. So a young adult who is not employed can definitely apply for a learnership, and all official learnerships are registered within the Department of Labor. Also hand your form within the labor center or post it to them. The labor center will then register you as a job seeker in their database. Once you are registered as a job seeker, you will also be contacted if you meet the minimum criteria for the learnership of a specific employer, and maybe be called in for a briefing session or a possible assessment before the final selection. So it's important that once you've checked the sector that you would like to be in, you you fill in the application from the labor center and then indicate what you're interested in. So that what the Department of Labor does is that it goes through it goes through its employment services and provides assistance with the recruitment, selection, and the referral of unemployed people to employers looking for the learners, because most employers as well, they do go to the Department of Labor, have a look at the database, and they say, we have got this type of employment or available opportunity, we are looking for this type of people. So what the Department of Labor does, they do the selection, the recruitment, and also the referral of the unemployed people. So the requirements of the learnership are not the same. It would differ. Therefore, it varies depending to the learnership chosen by the aspiring candidate. And it is important for learners to check what the requirements are with the labor center, and also the SETA that manages or offers the learnership program in the field which they're interested in. So sometimes you might find that the service provider themselves are advertising that particular learnership. And be aware that you are not supposed to be paying for you to be awarded a learnership. However, once you have been called in and awarded that learnership, there is a stipend that you are given as a person with doing that learnership. So the sector of education and training generally fund the learnership, and then employers usually pay an allowance to a learner selected for a learnership program. So this allowances, I've mentioned that it's not a salary. However, it's intended for paying maybe your traveling expenses and also your meals. The amount paid for or being called for, or the level of the qualification. So the allowance and the conditions are agreed to with each learner before you start with your learnership. So you are not going to be starting with the learnership before you know what the conditions are. Hence, there is a contract in place for one to sign and be, you are binded, all three of you, you as the learner, the employer, together with the service provider, you are binded by this learnership. By this contract. So there are no guarantees that employers will offer a learner or learner's employment at the end of the learnership, as I've mentioned. The benefit of a learnership is the qualification and also the work experience that a learner acquires, because this will help you increase, or this will help you increase the chances of finding employment elsewhere. So it's very important that once you've gained the work-based experience, you've acquired that qualification while meeting those requirements, you start looking for employment available opportunities as well. And or you could also just try to further your studies. If you are a person who was unemployed and you've gotten this opportunity with a stipend that you could be getting, you could also try to save some amount of money, that once you've completed the learnership, you're able to use that that money to assist you in applying for further available opportunities. As you know that when you have to apply, you need resources, you would need internet, you need to print out documents, you need to photocopy documents, so that money from that you get from the stipend, it will assist you in doing so. So uh, to get more information regarding the NQF, you can contact us. Dineo will provide the contact details at the end of this talk, or as we are having this conversation, or send us a please call me on 072 204 565, 5056. Let me just repeat that. Send only one please call me on 072 204 5056, or send us an email at careerhelp@dhet.gov.za, or visit us on our career advice website, which is www.careerhelp.org.za. So that is it from our side today, and I hope that this information was beneficial. If you have got any other questions, please do not hesitate to contact us with the contact details that Dineo will be providing on the comment section. Do contact us. We'll be able to assist you with the information that you need. We'll be able to also assist you with available opportunities. What you can do is follow us on Facebook. Our Facebook page is Career Advice Website. Search for Career Advice Website. Follow us there. We usually post available opportunities on a weekly basis, be it your learnerships, apprenticeship, or internships. And the other two ships, we'll be able to discuss them on the upcoming weeks, your apprenticeship and also the internship. So we post those available opportunities, we post available bursaries on our website and also on our social media page. Follow us, and also go onto our website www.careerhelp.org.za. So from me, Risona Maluleke, I would just like to appreciate you for joining us today, and may you have a great day. Thank you.